YouTube, we're back!
It's fucking awesome. All right, YouTube. Dominick Izzo out in, you guys get back here. Dominick Izzo out in Chicago here. I am doing a put up or shut up answer to a question. This is from AKAALI5 on YouTube, and this wasn't posted directly at me, but this was to my Wing Chun versus wrestling video. It says, I think you should have someone who is a professional wrestler and whose chest is as high as your head with maybe 68 pounds over you. Give you his best shot with no restraint or any inhibitions, make it as real as possible. Again, I know this is a concept video, but I would still like to see the effectiveness of technique come into fruition in the worst case scenario. So here's what we have going on today. I have a couple of wrestlers with me. I had the extreme pleasure of working with Headlock Wrestling Academy this last couple of months, and I wanted to meet two of the wrestlers who I thought were just ultimately badasses. This is Nico and Ernesto, and these guys kicked the living hell out of me. So I asked them to come to class today, and I want you to see how they're bigger than me, obviously, and I want you to see where Wing Chun is effective against wrestling. So what we're not going to do in this video is we're not going to do, I'll back up a second. Two videos I think you should watch. I think you should watch Ed Dela Cruz's Wing Chun versus Grappler, and I think you should watch Clint Cloyes' Wing Chun versus the Takedown. I don't know Ed's background, but I know Clint does not have a wrestling background or grappling background, but he still manages to put together the Wing Chun concepts to avoid a takedown. So I endorse his concept of avoiding a takedown huge. That said, I do have a wrestling background. So I brought in two wrestlers who are badass. And I'm going to have them tell you a little bit about themselves before we start so you know their legitimacy. And what we're going to do is we're going to get me playing their game, but using Wing Chun concepts, techniques to prevent being taken down. They're not going to do full takedowns in here, obviously, because the floor is a hard floor. They're going to get to the point of shot depth. So if they get in and they close that distance, you know that they got in. I'm going to use, well, it's your job to find, but do you see me using relaxation? Do you see me using facing principles? Do you see me using Pak Saos, Tan Saos, elbow energy? Do you see me using any of that stuff to where you can call whether or not what I do bullshit? That's my point of this. I'm tired of the Wing Chun versus wrestling argument, so we're going to put it to the test. I'm also going to go where, keep in mind, they're younger than me, 20 years younger than me, stronger than me, faster than me. So I don't know if we have an AED around here, but this may be my last video. I'm going 20 seconds on, 20 seconds on, 20 seconds on, 20 seconds on. So if I can't speak at the end of the video, no, it's going to be kind of fun. But Nico, please tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
I'm Nico Rocha. I go to Addison Trail High School. I'm a senior. I was a state qualifier this past season. I had over 37 wins, and gonna beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, yes. I told them both too, just to unleash hell on me. What styles do you do?
I do freestyle, Greco-Roman, and folk style.
So you can see he's legitimate. And then Ernesto, tell everybody about yourself.
My name's Ernesto. I also go to Addison Trail, and last year I qualified for sectionals and fortunately didn't make it to state, but that's why I'm working my ass off to make it my senior year. I was on the junior Greco-Roman national team last year, and I'm here to beat his ass.
It's not bad. They were given instructions to sit there and go all out on me. The only thing they can't do is pick me up and slam me because obviously the floor and I need my teeth. I need to work, teach class the next day. The point of contact we're going to go is we're going to go that your contact is established, meaning that, obviously if I'm faced with a grappler, especially somebody his height, I'm not going to play his game. But for the sake of the video, I have to. I also have two different cameras set up for different angles so that we can see, where we're at. You're not going to be in a point where you're square off with somebody his height and you're going to be in this stance. This is where Wing Chun fails, is you guys think that this is Wing Chun. It's not. Wing Chun is just, it works at the point of contact. Again, I'm going to have to play their game a little bit, but I want you to see, what am I doing? What am I using? What techniques and what concept am I using to keep them off me? So this is how my Wing Chun comes into the wrestling world. Do you see my elbows out? Do you see my elbows in? Do you see my jump style energy going forward? If you're a Wing Chun person and you understand this, that's what you're looking for. So again, you have to look at the reach on this. Look at the reach. All right, look at the height difference. You guys asked for bigger, stronger guys. I mean, look at the bicep on that kid's arm. Okay, these kids are going to go after me and going to try and kill me, okay? They did have a chance to wrestle with me during the course of their off-season. Can you articulate a little bit about what you felt was weak in my game, what you felt was good in my game, or how was it to wrestle me, basically?
I feel I just got aggravated by the whole like hand movement that he had, and I just wanted to just double him, take him down with his legs. That was the main thing I was looking for.
Did you feel that you had an opportunity, like you could get in on me, or did you feel like I was kind of like,
I feel like it did, but I had a really hard time setting it up.
Okay. So we see where some of the stuff goes into play, and then obviously, I mean, I've been picked up and slammed by both these guys several times.
Yeah, it was just really aggravating. I just hated it when you just getting up into my neck, and so I just threw your hands away and I tried to get on a shot. It was kind of difficult, but I got in sometimes, most of the time.
So we're going to start with just some light exchanges. You're going to see what it's like with a taller guy and a guy who's a little bit taller than me, and obviously both bigger, younger, stronger. We're going to go 50% just so you can see the movement. How do I use Wing Chun movement, and then how do I get the entry in there? So we're going to start at a point like you would see wrestlers go at, but I'm going to modify my stance a little bit. I'm not going to be in a traditional wrestler stance. So we're just going to roll in on it, and then it's you. Your job is to get in it on a takedown, 50%, and then seeing, we're going to let them see in a slower pace where it's at, and then we're going to go live. So when we wind up touching, you're going to see where I'm at. Obviously, I can't strike. So what do I do to keep him off from striking? You saw, Nico came in, got that shot in. I'm keeping that spine from getting in there. I'm keeping my hips, my Iji Kimiyoma is pushing into him. Eventually he gets in there because I can't hit. I'm not allowed to hit. What happens if I could hit? So these are just questions for you to mull over. Okay, where can I hit? Where is good? Where is the line? Okay, where am I able to keep them off me? That's what we're looking at. So on these light little things, man, you guys are fucking strong. What do you guys feel as far as off the initial contact? So when I'm first making contact with you, what do you not like about this?
It's really hard to get in close.
Okay.
Keeping me away.
Even with those long arms?
Yeah.
I'm
I
exhausted.
can get your legs, but
Okay.
it's kind of hard to bring them back into me because of all the pressure that you're putting on.
Okay, where do you feel the pressure at on you?
My upper.
And how is that affecting you from taking me down?
Because I have to get close.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to stay in there.
Okay.
It's getting pushed back.
Same thing. What do you feel is causing, I mean, you're playing your game. What's causing a problem with your game that I'm doing?
I feel like you're making me reach too much and get out of position. I have a little hard time finishing.
Okay. Good. Well, if that's it, I mean, so you see that some of the things I'm doing to keep them off me is repositioning, trying to face, keep my hands down center. They're getting in because I can't hit. No, it's a wrestling match. I'm not allowed to hit. But the question you have to pose yourself is, what happens if I could hit? So we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. I'd call that a takedown. Good. Same thing. You see where my hands are. Where could I if I could hit? Where are we at? Okay, that's good. Again, if I'm allowed to hit, where am I? Good. Good. So you're seeing, are they getting in? Am I able to wind up dealing with them? You see that jump jump energy? That's what's saving me. It's keeping them out with that structure. That's good. 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 That's it. Good. Yeah, that's good. All right. So, now that I'm fucking out of breath, you guys tell me where you see Wing Chun concepts and principles working or not working. You form your own opinions on this, but I didn't play their game. I played my game as best I could. What did you guys feel on that? AED.
I don't like getting slapped in the face.
What?
Got a little mad.
What's good? What stopped you on that?
The getting pushed in the face and just Just trying to throw it out of the way.
Right,
Get
okay.
it closer.
What I feel all the time is, when they're taken, I replace. He's got 2-on-1, I don't care. I'm working the carotid. If I can, haul off, knockout. So you see where that comes to play. He goes to transition, boom. I don't care about my arm. Bill G, it'll come back up when it needs to. What did you feel?
I just kind of just set the trigger for just pissing me off with those laughs and everything.
Good.
Pushing and getting me out of position.
Guys, anything to add?
It's really good defensive strategy for wrestling.
Okay. Do you see this applicable for wrestling?
Yeah.
Do you see where it could be? Did you feel at any time? Now, I didn't shoot on them. I don't have shots on them. Did you see any time where you felt like if I was good at takedowns that I could shoot and get in on you?
Maybe because you were getting me out of position so much, like moving me backwards,
Okay.
probably ankle pick me or something. Or
Okay.
when I was moving in because I was so aggravated, you probably could have blast doubled me or something.
Same thing. Anything? Did you feel any openings in your game?
Like you got me out of position sometimes, but I feel like if you would take a shot, it would be a scramble for sure. I wouldn't.
Okay.
I would not let you take me down.
Good. Things to know. All right, we'll do one more. Call that a takedown. Good. That's good. All right. Thank you. These guys are badasses. Thanks for coming out. I hope that gives you a little bit of insight into Wing Chun concepts for wrestling. Obviously, I'm not allowed to play my game. They sure shit played theirs. We'll see you in the next video.